I got to enable it. Okay. I'm here. It's live.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're doing.
I never know what you're doing, but who are you?
The bold one, the cold one, John Cold Ice Lawson. I
Nah.
literally forgot my own name.
Yeah, well, yeah, that happens when you get to a certain age.
Yeah, and I've hit that age.
I thought you were doing the pause, but nobody does it like me. So let me show you how it's done. I'm right there. See, that's how you do it, folks. I mean, if you're gonna do it, let's do it right.
If you're going to pause, then really pause it. Oh my goodness!
What it is, and what it is a Friday afternoon. It's actually sunny out here in the A.
Dude, I just checked for next week. The temperature drops to the lower 70s.
Well,
And we're in June, the end of June. It's ridiculous.
I'll be in Denver, so it won't really matter to me all that much. But
I don't know what the weather's going to be like there, but
dude, you look all grainy. What,
what
you got the Zapruder film lens on there?
Nah, yeah, I'll turn on the light.
No, didn't really make a whole big difference.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't look grainy to me, but
well, that's because you're used to seeing that, I guess.
Possibly.
Didn't I tell you? Isn't it time to upgrade? I mean, come on. I mean,
when I'm ready to buy a new computer, I'll buy a new computer. Until said time.
Yeah, fine. What decade will that be?
When it actually matters. Like it don't matter right now.
How can you call yourself a tech guru and
I never called myself a tech
guru. And be looking like that?
I've never called myself a tech guru.
You can't be calling yourself any kind of guru. You need a good AI app that will clean up that.
You just are really working on it. You're playing with fire, bro. You're playing with fire.
Is it like that? Oh, you must have got your nap in today.
Yes, I did. Now that you mention it, I am ready to go.
You got a feisty cold rice.
That's right. You want feisty? I got you, bro.
All right, everybody, take a step back now.
Watch out.
He's coming with the feist.
I will be all over it.
What got you so lit up? Anything?
You talking shit about me and my tech, sir?
Well, hey, look, I'm sorry if there's anybody out there. Hello, first off, it's good to have you. But am I the only one seeing like a little fuzz? Well, a little more fuzz than usual on the cold one, the bold one, John Cold Rice Lawson. I haven't done that in a while. That felt pretty good.
It could actually be a bad connection. I don't know.
You look all grainy.
That's weird. I mean, like literally on my side, it looks normal. So,
if there is any of your John Lawson family members out there, let us know if he looks a bit grainy.
Let me check on my cell phone. I'm gonna
get some of your cronies out here. All right, here you got Yakub.
Yakub.
Oh, Yakub. Yeah, see, he's saying you look a little bit grainy.
A little bit grainy.
And then, compared to me.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I do see it.
Yeah, I'm all crystal clear, looking good, and you're all fuzzy.
I must have a bad connection.
Or a bad camera, or I don't know.
Nah, it ain't all that. Give me a break. I got the
How old is that cam?
I got the top of the line Logitech camera.
Oh, let me tell you, Yakub, that ain't no new office. That's the same old tired office he's been in. He just don't have the green screen or the filter or whatever, that black cloth thing.
Tired office.
Tired office.
Tired. Really?
The Obama administration was in full effect when that office was.
that shit. Both of these. Look, this one's. Look at that one. That's Dr. J.
Oh my God. Yeah. Actually, I take it back. Yeah. He was in that office when Dr. J was still playing.
That's right. This classic stuff, man. Classic stuff. Got all my little award
I call it vintage.
book. I got all.
Yeah,
You know what? You just froze. So we do have a bad connection.
That was you that froze, by the way.
Yeah, I got a bad connection. I don't know.
Yeah, he's finally letting you see behind the curtain there, Yakub. Usually he has that black screen of death in front.
I've tossed that, finally.
He's finally letting us see the real office.
Yes. Yes. And at some point, I will be upgrading all of that too. So we are in the midst.
Oh yeah, what decade will that be when you upgrade all that?
This decade, smart ass. Why are you such a smart ass today? It's like my nephew. It's like I'm talking to my nephew today.
Sounds like a smart young man.
He's a smart ass young man, but he's a smart guy. He's almost as bad as you today. What decade would that be? As if. I mean, I'm glad you're out of the basement, but damn. Let's not pretend.
Ain't nobody pretending over here, Jack.
Like you didn't move to some great space.
I haven't. No, it's the same space.
It is.
It's kind of junky at the moment.
I can tell. Why are you talking shit about mine?
Because mine still looks better and less grainier than you.
No, my grain has nothing to do with that.
Your brain. Make it rain.
Maybe I should just reboot. Maybe I should reboot and come back in and see if that works.
Maybe you should get a new webcam. That might be. How old is that webcam?
I'm serious. It's a brand new Logitech, top of the line version. Whatever brand that is. New. Brio.
What you buy it off eBay or something? Oh, you got that Brio?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice about 2-3 years ago.
There's nothing better.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's but that literally the fact that what you guys are seeing is bad, low connectivity.
Bandwidth.
Yeah.
Now it every now and again it clears up a little bit.
It's like I'm flopping that.
And then you just go like, yeah, that's bandwidth. You just froze. Now I think you're trying to fight back. Now you're back. You're back. But
is it better? It's worse. That's worse. All right, I'm going back over.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, folks,
damn.
Yeah, this is what happens on like a 2400 baud modem.
Yeah, it's doing it. My dial-up is acting up, bro. Can't help it. As long as you can hear me, that's the most important part.
I beg to differ, but that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's got you interested? Are you still all excited and enthused with all the Gen AI? Are you still feeling the burn? Are you still feeling the excitement?
Yes, absolutely. More and more stuff comes out every day, and yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of enjoying the fact that it's not on everybody's lips right now.
Oh, it's on everybody's lips. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, not really.
No,
it's not like it was before.
I've been to 3 events over the past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, if you go to those,
and it's all there people talk about. All right, here comes somebody that must be one of your people, Ryan Sterling Scott.
Yeah.
Hello, Ryan. Yeah, we are some OGs.
That's true. At least one of us is.
Have a great weekend and thanks for stopping by, Ryan. Is that somebody that you know personally?
Yeah, you remember that was the guy that was talking about my pops on one of them. And we met on that episode.
Absolutely. So, I remember that was a great episode just because of that.
And I will get to meet you next month, sir.
So is he coming to the Mind Meld?
No, I will be in Atlanta. I mean in Dallas.
What's going on in Dallas?
The Run conference. I don't know.
What the hell's a Run conference?
You wouldn't know it. It's a trucker conference.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You're speaking at a trucker conference? What did the truckers want you to speak about?
AI. What else?
Really? What you gonna tell the truckers about AI? I'm fascinated by this.
I'm just gonna. I mean, anybody that's got a small business, there's a lot of applications that you can utilize that will help save you time, effort, and money. So
Oh, so
that's what I will talk about.
you're gonna identify different AI tools that they can use to be
For small business, just for
more
small
productive.
business.
Yeah,
Yes.
more efficient and productive and all that. Oh, look, Yakub is asking, are you speaking more about it? I can answer that one for you. Let me answer that for you. That's all he's been talking about for the last couple of months, Yakub. I can't get past anything other than what do you call it? AI? What do you even renamed your Facebook group something AI boot camp or I don't know what the hell it is.
Ecom AI boss.
Ecom AI boss.
Ecom AI boss.
EIEIO.
EIEIO. How to boss up your productivity.
Ryan wants to know, do you have a link to the event?
The event, not right now. Let me look it up. It's the right conference. But
that thing right off you, top of the
but
dome.
absolutely, I will let you know, Ryan, and just come on over.
All right, Yakub, you
as
are
my guest.
You are. Look at what Yakub said. All the NFT experts from last year are now AI. Look, that's the truth, Yakub.
Absolutely. Well, that's what they do.
Everybody and their mother has moved on to this.
That's the new thing. Although I find it interesting that Apple kind of moved over to NFTs, darn near.
So, well, they moved over to more like the metaverse kind of.
The metaverse, yep.
Yeah. So, which is interesting, for like about a maybe a day, maybe a little over a day. Everybody's, after the World Developers Conference thing, everybody was talking about what do they call that thing? I call them Apple glasses, but it's
the
not
glasses. I don't know what to call it.
The Vision or something. I don't know.
The Apple goggles.
Yeah, that's what I call them. Apple goggles. The $3,500 Apple goggles. They had everybody. You know what? And that must make your boy Zuck just want to.
Yeah. He did. He put a post out about that.
Yeah,
he did put a post. You saw Zuck being pissed off about that.
Yeah, because Apple did what they could.
Yeah,
and he renamed the company Meta for crying out loud.
And it still didn't work. And but I mean, hey, he couldn't make his Metas have feet, so I mean, they didn't have any legs.
That's nobody wanted that. Pro. Apple Vision Pro. That's what it is. $3,500. They're aiming at the developers, trying to get the developers all excited about, opportunities for creating apps and getting paid and all that kind of stuff. We'll see. I am dubious at best with that right now.
We'll see. I mean, it could be the new computer. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah, I think it's a new computer.
I don't see it replacing any of this stuff I already got.
You haven't tried it. You don't know what it's like.
Look, all I know is I've already paid several $1,000s with all this shit.
That's true.
I don't need to be paying another $3,500 to Apple. I'm sorry.
That's true.
I'm not feeling it.
I can't argue with you there. I mean, it's a lot to lay out. I do feel it will, at some level, become affordable, and at that point, it'll be a game changer.
That'll be about the same time you buy a new webcam.
Bro, I can't do nothing about it.
I mean, are you well, what would be the price that would make this a no-brainer for you?
For me?
Yeah, for you. First of all, you're not even really fully into the Apple ecosystem.
I've decided I am going to get an Apple phone next.
Really? Why? You've been so diehard against it.
Well, there's just a couple of things that the phone does now with the new operating system that I want to take advantage of.
Like what?
Like literally, like you can use the phone as your camera for videos.
Man,
I mean, not videos, not videos. I'm talking about for streaming.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
So literally, I'm like, okay, yeah, I might go ahead and do that.
Hopefully, it'll give you a better image than you're getting right now. I'll tell you that.
Bro, anyway, it wouldn't change anything because evidently I've got bad connectivities. Yeah. Connectivities right now ain't doing the thing that it's normally supposed to be doing. It's not carrying the load.
Is John going to make the switch too?
No, that will never happen. That will never ever happen. The dude hates everything Apple.
What? Why does he hate everything Apple?
Because Apple screws people. Apple is in the business of screwing their own users. So they'll move from phone to phone and then change the cord so that you can't use your old cord. So you have to buy a new cord just to plug in. He hates those kind of games that Apple plays with its users, or it'll stop supporting, a device way before the device is too, good or not good enough to support it, but they'll just stop supporting it. And then all the new apps won't run, all the stuff that Apple does to force its users to upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, that is annoying as hell. I mean, let's face it. Although I think they had to go to the USB-C, a standard USB-C port on the phones now.
Yeah.
Which makes
great.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, I love all the USB-C, and it's funny. I just bought something. I got one of those old school iPads or iPad Pros, and it had the lightning cable still. And I finally just got a lightning cable that goes to USB-C.
Dude, you are like living in 2018.
No, it does exactly. See, that's the thing. It does exactly what I need it to do for what I need it to do it on. There it is. It's right here. I keep it right here all the time.
Show me your Google glasses. I know you got a pair somewhere.
I did not buy the Google glasses. I was not that crazy.
Are you still on a BlackBerry?
You're stupid. You're stupid. No, you idiot. What do you got to talk about today other than me?
I don't know, man.
Okay. So this is what happens when he doesn't have show notes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, look, man, it's been a long. I've been traveling. 3.5 hour rain delay for my flight yesterday. Made me feel all bad. So yeah, I'm still catching up, and I gotta get. Let's see, I'm out of travel.
Get ready. You're gonna go travel again. Oh my gosh.
Travel shape, man.
I know.
This is the first 3 back to back.
Yeah.
4 years, man. I'm not used to this stuff anymore.
I know, and I don't want to get used to it again. So good for you.
You know what? I mean, yeah, I like, and not only is it back to back, but this week I was moving in between casinos, so that even added another little twist. Carrying all this,
have to travel, yeah, interstate, inner city travel, eh?
Well, we had to get a Uber. No, we couldn't even get an Uber, so we had to go from MGM to Bellagio, which is about a mile, a little over a mile or so.
Yeah.
So no Ubers want to pick you up because it's such a short trip. So we had to get like a taxi, and although it was a mile at best.
Mm-hmm.
The cab, it was probably wasn't that bad, but it was a 30-minute cab ride because of all the traffic.
Man, damn.
It was ridiculous.
Was he riding down the main street or back road?
No, it was right down the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, well, that's his problem. You can't go.
No, they're doing construction, or they had like lanes blocked off. It was just a mess.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Yakub. No, I'm not a speaker like John. I'm better, but that's all right.
He wishes. He wishes.
I'm more of a a laid back. I'm like this. I'm just that
boring.
I mean, I'm like a talk show host kind of guy. Really.
Yeah.
That's really more.
He's a good panel host or panelist.
I'm good with that too. I like
He'll put together some slides though if he has to.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't done slides in I don't think I've done slides since the pandemic. Really?
Wow.
Are you still doing slides? I mean,
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Slides keep me on time. Because if I didn't have slides, I'd just talk.
Well,
I would go all kind of, divergent ways. You never know where I would end up. So slides keeps me focused.
Now, when is your next speaking thing at that Mind Meld conference?
Yes, on Friday.
Oh, it's next Friday. Okay.
Next Friday. Yeah.
And what is the subject for that one?
What do you think? Duh. I mean, it is. I'll give you the actual title. It is upgrading your e-commerce with AI, seizing the future for small business owners. Actually, I think it was for Black business owners on that one. So, yeah. Seizing the future.
Seizing the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how clear is the future of this stuff, though?
Well, it's clear that it is the future.
Okay, I can get with that.
That's one thing that's clear. The other thing I believe that is clear, and you and I might disagree on it, but I think this is the biggest change that we will see in our lifetime.
Why? Why do you think?
Because it touches everything. I honestly feel like AI is very similar, but even stronger than the web was.
So do you think it'll be a bigger transformational technology than the iPhone was?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The iPhone changed everything.
Yep. But guess what it's going to change is what will happen when I don't even have to have this anymore.
You'll have the $3,500 Apple Google glasses. That's what you'll have.
No, we'll finally have devices that will be wearables, and we'll see how long that works. Right?
We already have some wearables.
Yeah, but they're not smart enough. See, so now that we have this that will make it much more smarter, it's like even with our phone, it's still not smart enough for me to talk to it and give me the results I need all the time. Now, I still got to tap.
So, I like what Ryan says, and this is I like where Ryan's thinking. Ryan, I can already tell he's a serious person and really thinks through this, because he's not talking about all the kind of the stuff that most people are talking about, which is, you can make pretty pictures, you can get it to write a poem or some sort of a school assignment. One of the cool things, well, I don't know if it's cool, but one of the things this week actually that really got me to thinking about, the deeper impact this can have is, get your bifocals ready. That you can really see is companies are starting to talk about how these kind of generative technologies can not only create new content, but actually create the workflows and the processes that make the content actually accessible and usable and more structured. Because let's face it, it's so easy now for you to type in, make me a blue lion with red stripes, and it'll come back. So if it's so easy for any one person to do it, that means everybody's going to be able to do it, which means there's going to be this ridiculous amount of content of all sorts and sizes and, formats and all that. But the more you have, the harder it is, and particularly if you're a company of more than just one person, to actually know what's out there, what's available to you, and then be able to figure out the best ways to leverage this stuff that's getting created like every second. So Ryan is saying AI takes process automation to a whole new level, which is absolutely correct. And the more that you work with people and collaborate with people, the more that aspect of AI is going to be incredibly important beyond all the bells and whistles and look at this stuff. I mean,
I mean, there's applications all across the board. In the medical field, they just made a man walk that's been paralyzed because of AI. I mean, there's so many applications that this is going to touch. That's why I say it's more like the web. It's going to be everywhere. It changes everything. The web changed everything. The way we get everything today, it changed. And AI is going to change the world just like that.
But here's the thing. The other thing that really I liked that came out, well, actually, the last several events I've been to this year.
Bro, did you hear what I said? A man that didn't walk is walking right now. This is science fiction science. I mean, I get it. You can make beautiful blog posts and people will actually read them. That's great. But if that's all you're looking at, you're missing the point.
Well,
this is about to change the world.
Well, see, but this is the thing. This is the thing that really, this AI stuff has been around for like decades. It's
not like it is now. It's been developing for decades. But AI 10 years, look, AI 2 years ago ain't AI what it is today.
If you go back to AI, it's not just one.
I get it.
They build on top of each other, so it's not like this came out of the blue. I've talked to so many different people who said this stuff has been around.
I get it. Yes, I was at freaking IBM back in 2015. Yes, it's been around. It's been developing, but this is different. But you're not going to believe me until it happens. So will just agree to disagree.
No, it's not that. It's
the exponential changes that are really about to happen that you're going to see, that everything we're talking about right now is going to feel like 10 years ago in like 5 months. That's what's happening.
StreamYard has lost access to your LinkedIn account. What?
That's in the middle of the daggone show?
That's really weird. That's what it says. Click here to
buy access.
Click here to reconnect your destination. Let's see what happens.
Uh-oh.
This is a new territory. I'm trying it right away. Let's see what happens.
This is AI.
Okay, it looks like it's connected. Yeah, beautiful. Your destination was reconnected. Oh.
This is AI.
That has nothing to do with AI, but okay.
But I mean, it is. Everything we're doing, like you said, AI has been around forever, right? So literally, if I go into Google and type a few letters, it tries to automatically give me the full word or the next word that would come after that. That's been AI. AI has been around forever. Google ads are being served to us based on what we saw before. That's AI. Yes, that's kind of why Apple decided not to use the term, because we got machine learning and all these other terms that we could use. And now it's all, AI has become this great, I don't know.
It got popularized because people could ask it to do silly stuff.
No, it got popularized because people could ask it. And just stop right there.
To do silly stuff.
Just to do whatever it's able to be. Just here's the deal, right? We think about AI when we first heard it. The first real iteration of AI for me would have to be Siri. Okay? The first time we heard Siri, it was like, oh my God, this is it. It's going to but it was not it.
Do stuff, and it couldn't understand the damn thing we were asking it.
Exactly.
And that's
that has been removed with ChatGPT. It really understands what we're asking it.
But it still has serious issues like the hallucination stuff.
Well, I mean, just like the guy said, I mean, is it a feature or is it a bug?
It's a feature when you're asking it to create pretty pictures from your words. But it's a bug when you're asking it for factual information. It makes up shit.
I mean, so does a 7-year-old.
Yeah, and I wouldn't trust a 7-year-old to handle certain things either.
Right, exactly. And that's what we have to understand is that right now, AI is about at the age of a 7-year-old.
Well,
but it's going, and well, here's the thing, if you'd have told a 7-year-old, John, that he would be where he is today, There's just no way you would actually be able to fathom that, right? But I'm telling you that where we are with AI as a 7-year-old, it's going to be 50 years old very, very rapidly. It's not going to take 50 years, right? And what it's going to be able to do and learn and adapt from where it was today to tomorrow is going to be mind blowing.
That can be said for the positives and the negatives, because
absolutely,
let's face it, the only a very small group of people are actually creating this AI. It's being used by everybody, and it's reachable within a blink of an eye. So all the inherent biases, it's saying the same thing. It's saying click here to reconnect your destination again. There's must be something going on with LinkedIn, because it only seems to be happening with LinkedIn. I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyway, Thomas said it's interesting. Thomas left me a comment on LinkedIn, but I don't see it showing up in StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Which is weird. Facebook. Maybe there's some it's StreamYard and LinkedIn that they have like a love-hate relationship or something. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But there's just a very small group of people actually creating this actual technology.
Bro.
Let me just.
What are you talking about?
Let me finish. I'm not talking about using this stuff. I'm talking about creating.
I'm talking about creating.
Yeah,
you need to go check out Hugging Face.
Nah, see, I'm talking about the folks who are at the bricks and mortar level of putting this technology together for everybody to use it. There's such a small group of people, so their inherent biases, even if they're subconscious, they are finding their way into this stuff. And when it gets out and all these people are using it to develop whatever, it could be code, it could be pictures, it could be poetry, the biases are getting out so quick and so fast and so wide, it's hard to keep it, you're not going
to be able to keep it.
Which means that there's going to be some very calamitous stuff that goes on, which is going to inhibit the actual use for serious stuff, for stuff that is maybe depending on people's lives.
Give me an example.
I'm just saying, well, companies like Samsung, their developers started using ChatGPT, and company secrets started getting out, and so they're not allowed to use it.
Right.
That's going to be the case with a lot of this stuff. Or somebody ends up dying because they got something from ChatGPT. That's going to inhibit it to a certain level. So I'm just saying,
reality.
There's got to be a mix of realism along with the enthusiasm. But I'm seeing the enthusiasm far surpass the realism, which could get us to a lot.
When has that ever been different?
Well, it's different because the speed and scale and scope of this stuff is way different than 10 years ago.
I'm saying, when is the hype?
But I'm saying this instance where we are in this place and time, that could get people in a lot more people a lot quicker in trouble than ever before. That's all I'm saying.
It's just this is
deeper here.
This is what a lot of people are warning the world about.
Well, even Sam Altman, the guy opening AI, he's like, please, because
he's terrified.
He doesn't want to be on the hook for this stuff.
He's terrified.
Say, look, y'all said this.
But we've seen the movie before. It's called Frankenstein. You built something and you can't control it. And that's where we are.
Yeah,
and here's the thing. It's already the cat's been let out of the bag. So that's what I was saying. And when I'm saying about Hugging Face, they are creating more and more of these AI things that are able to run on smaller and smaller, databases.
Well, and there's already causing
LLMs.
There's already causing some serious issues, like talking to this guy at Pega. His name is James Dodkins, and he put out on his YouTube channel. He's like a 9-minute video of him creating a song that has Snoop Dogg talking, rapping about CX, and it comes with very much sounding like Snoop Dogg with a video that makes it look like he's literally there. And he talks about the different tools he uses to actually pull this together.
And these tools are publicly available.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, there's people that they just made a song with Drake that literally charted.
And look at the implications.
And he's not even on the song.
Yeah, and look what the implications are for that. Who if they're I don't know.
Did you see the guy that made all these political people in sexual circumstances and put it out there on Twitter just
Once
to
again,
say, hey, this could be bad.
And that,
so yeah,
so that with that stuff is does something to your reputation. But I'm talking about the life or death stuff that's going to happen quickly. That is going to make this stuff really come to a somewhat of a halt or a pause, because
there's just no pause. There's no pause.
And look at what's going to happen with the election, the presidential election in 2024. There's going to be some foul stuff,
but there's no pause.
Well, there's going to be a pause. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but it has to be a pause, and it has
what
to have
they have said. I mean, Altman said they're not going to do 5 for a while. They're not even training for 5 now.
No, because he knows, how far open can you get Pandora's box? I mean, because it's really about the speed and scale of all this stuff more than anything else. Because we've never seen, what did they hit, like their first
100 million users.
Yeah, and like weeks.
A month.
Yeah, a month. So there's been nothing like that.
Never.
Not at that speed and size and scale. And this stuff is only picking up speed.
And the other thing is that like people don't understand. Yes, GPT is just one of them.
Right. Well, that's because
Google has Bard.
Yeah. GPT is just a large language library. And like you said early on, chat is just an interface for the large language model.
Yep.
A lot of people swear it's all one thing, but this stuff is way more complex than what people think, because it's so easy for people to use it. That's the challenge we have here. And I think there's and the knuckleheads that are running around talking about their AI experts, they're the ones making it even worse, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, but it sounds like they know what they're talking about because they seize on one or two little aspects, and then they say, "Oh, come over here. Look at what I can teach you all you need to know." They don't know shit.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can teach somebody how to write good content for their small business, then that's what they're teaching. They're not experts, guys, on what a large language model actually is. They couldn't tell you how it works at all.
They
couldn't tell you how.
They are phone operators. They know how to work the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they make it sound like they're the go-to people.
I guess.
I'm an expert. I am oh, come on. You could like Yakub said, these folks are running around talking about, they are the folks that were talking about NFTs last year. Now they're all on generative AI and large language models.
Yeah.
Because they gravitate to what's hot. Before they were on blockchain, before they were on metaverse, they just keep moving. But for the folks who don't really know this stuff, they see these people and think, oh, they must know what they're talking about. And it kind of leads them down a primrose path. And I think there's just so much heat on this that is drawing in all the hucksters, all the charlatans, all the clowns, and the circus is in town. And the circus is going to be here for a while.
Oh, well. Hey, here's the thing. At least these guys have decent information now because they're using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So the hucksters are not even making it up anymore in their own thing. They're actually getting it created. So there's going to be more and more hucksters.
Well, but the hucksters don't even recognize when there is a hallucination, because this stuff looks legit. When it creates some nonsense, it's some official looking nonsense.
You heard about the lawyer that actually used it in his law case, right?
And they
all
found out
of these things were not even real.
It was referring to stuff that never happened in the case
exactly
that existed.
But that's because they don't understand what actually happens with an LLM. An LLM is not going to stop and say, I don't know.
Well, that's why if there's one video that you should watch to really understand what this stuff is and how it works.
That's not the video to watch.
It is definitely the video to watch.
You just ain't seen enough videos.
No,
but yeah, it's okay. It was cute. I watched it. It was cute.
Not cute. This guy.
It was cute.
This guy actually knows what he's talking about and knows how this stuff.
Absolutely, but it was cute. I mean, like it's better than reading the white paper. Let's put it like that. It's cute. The white paper is real deep.
Want to know?
I'm saying it's like, watch a video.
Now, if you really want to actually understand what this stuff is and how it works, that's what you watch. If you just want to be able to learn a top line tidbit so that you can shout, oh, I know this and I know that, don't watch it.
Look, bro, I don't know how a carburetor works. That don't mean I can't drive.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm saying I don't need to know how they put an engine together to drive the damn car.
This is a little different though.
It's not any different.
You're not running around calling yourself an expert mechanic, are you?
But I don't know. Are people actually calling themselves large language model builders?
No, they're saying they're AI experts, prompt engineers, all this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't. I just run across so many of these people, and I ain't gonna call nobody out, but we all know them. We know them. Yeah. And if you look back 5 years ago, what were these folks saying they were? Be the same as what they're saying they are now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean that's a valid point. Okay, when we're talking about those kind of people that are, running out there saying that they're AI experts. However, I do want to point out again that you can have somebody that can teach you how to drive a car and they don't know how to build a carburetor. And they don't have to know that. And I don't think that's a pre-qualifier for you to be a driver's ed student. If you can teach somebody just to drive the damn car from the grocery store to your house, that's a value add.
Yeah. Period. Here, but when we go get our driver's license and we take the test, the driver's guy is saying, "Well, I'm the preeminent expert in."
Well, I mean, if you're going around saying that, then you should be. Should be shot down. We should be shot down.
We could go We could go on Facebook right now and see all the people talking about their courses. You got to sign up for my newsletter.
Yeah, but again, that's not. I mean, that's going to happen. That's happened forever. I mean,
these folks really don't know shit. That's the problem.
If they can get you from the grocery store to your home, there's a value for somebody for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you. Here's the deal. So the guy that does the video about how large language models work, I guarantee you, he can't tell somebody who is in a small business how to use ChatGPT to help make their business better. He doesn't have that understanding. He's been in a lab environment learning about large language models.
So
that's his expertise.
That particular guy can do that.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm talking about in general. There's people that have general.
Most of those guys are
expertise in different categories.
Well, most of those kind of folks who are like at that PhD level with this stuff, most regular people cannot relate to how they talk.
You can't even have a lunch with them because they'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, which was why that particular guy is good because he can actually.
That's why I said it was cute.
Well, that's why I say it's one of those that if you really want to understand this stuff, check it out. I should put a link into that because he makes it something that regular people can actually understand, and that's the important.
You can digest it. He gives you very good analogies on exactly what a large language model is and how it determines the next word and why there is actually hallucinations because it's supposed to have hallucinations, because if it gave you the same thing every time 100%, it wouldn't be realistic.
Well, it wouldn't be generative AI because
it wouldn't. It ain't generating nothing. It's just percolating the same shit that it was put in there, But I think your one point you mentioned that I think everybody needs to really be aware of is the biases of the training models.
Yeah.
Right? Because the models that they're trained on are biased. And so a lot of output. So I just read this story yesterday where if you put in on the Canva generative art, right? So if you put in black women with what are those hair knots called? I just lost it. Yeah, the knotted hair Bantu buns, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? With the buns on their head all over, right? That's called a Bantu, Bantu bun. But if you put that in, you'll get a noose.
Dang, really?
So you got black women. It's like black women with Bantu bun. You got a couple of images of black women. There's an image of a foot, somebody's feet tied up, and then there's a hanging noose in the middle of the results, right?
Terrible.
It's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's really
right.
Bad. Yeah.
And so they had to, well, they're really pissed off. A lot of people are pissed off about it. But it's like, if you never put it in, you would never know that it even existed and was given that result. And then it's like, how do you put a guardrail up for that?
Yeah, well, this whole thing, guardrails are going to be incredibly important to the success and keeping this on the right path. Because right now we're operating with none.
Put in, I'm in Midjourney. I said I wanted to create an image of Elijah Muhammad. You know what it said to me? It gave me a warning and said that it could be against our terms of service.
Wow.
Like, what the hell? Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, there's so much bias going on. I'm like tripping out.
By the way, sorry, Thomas and Sven, for whatever reason. Yeah, for whatever reason, LinkedIn is not bringing your comments in the StreamYard. So I actually just went to their to my LinkedIn page, and so all these comments that you guys put out. I'm sorry for whatever reason.
Man.
Yeah, for
that
whatever
sucks.
reason. Yeah, that really does
because they're the ones that keep the guardrail on you.
Yeah. By the way, thanks for hanging out, Yakub.
Later, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. Really, my husband is like, he's a geek, right?
Yeah.
Right. People don't know him, but he is like a geek. And when you see that is his degree. That's not my degree, right? So that's his.
What did he get his degree in?
So, Georgia Institute of Technology. He's an engineer.
Oh wow, that's a high-powered degree.
High-powered degree. He graduated over here from the University of Mississippi. You can't see that, but this one right here, this is from 1985. He's a U.S. presidential scholar. So he, they pick one out of every state, and he was that one in 1985. So he's a real smart guy. Let's just put it like this. Smart guy, right?
Very smart guy.
Very smart guy. So the deal is, though, I can't even have a good conversation with him about AI because he is so like on 10 when it comes to the dangers of AI. I mean, I'm like, bro, chill out. Let's just make some blog posts right now. He's in this like the future is not good. These things are going to kill us kind of vibe,
Well, I mean, he has some validity to that. I mean,
but we don't know that.
Well,
that's the thing I'm telling him.
But if it goes unchecked, chances are it's going to happen.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what worried, that's what he said. He's like, there is no checking.
Well, there should be. That's where humans still should be coming in here. Because and look, this is the one thing I'll say about every conference I've been to, every vendor conference I've been to, they always say, please use this as a co-pilot or an augmentation for a human. The human still has to have the last say. And if you do it right, and most of them say you should use this as a starting point, not the whole thing.
But that's not what we're talking about.
That's what we should talk about, because a lot of the excitement comes because people are just thinking about all the possibilities.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying here's the thing, is that this thing, generative AI, as it gets smarter and smarter, it's going to get outside of any of these human checkpoints.
Well, we don't need sentience here. We don't need that. This should not be about at some point the thing taken over. Mm-hmm. It should always have a human as an equal or as a leader.
But it's already, but it's going to be smarter than humans.
That's okay. But it might be smarter and it does things better than humans in certain things. But there are other things that the human does better than that.
But let's put it like this:
humanity at the core. Because facts and figures are one thing, but that doesn't mean you should use them all if it doesn't help humanity or if it doesn't have a positive spin on it.
So there is no. So I was watching the interview, and actually you should see that too. The interview on last week's Fareed Zakaria, whatever his name is, on CNN. He had the godfather of AI on there.
Oh, the guy that left Google?
Yeah. And so one thing he said, nowhere in human history do we have an example of a less intelligent being controlling a more intelligent being. And when he said that, I was like, damn.
That's wait a minute. But see, here's the thing about that. That's not a being. That's not flesh and blood.
Call it what you want. Look, I mean, I don't want to get hooked. I don't want to get hooked up on semantics here.
No, well, look, cars can.
Just call it an it. Just call it an it.
That's different, because these things don't have souls. They can't be completely empathetic.
What is a soul? What is a soul?
It's something that we have that they don't got.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even know what it is. So the fact is that
it's like pornography. You know it if you see it, or you know it if you feel it.
Okay. So the thing is that in order for us to be able to actually define whether or not it has one, we have to define what one actually is. So, and we're not there yet. This is anything I'm talking about right now. It's not more intelligent necessarily than humans right now, but based on exponential growth, at some point we will cross that path where it's actually more intelligent than we are.
I mean,
then how do we control it at that point?
In certain aspects, it's already there. Like these things are way better in computational stuff than we'll ever be. So it's already there for certain things, but in other things, it's not. And that's the thing. Working together, human machine. It doesn't work any other way. It gets out of balance if one takes too much over the other. It just won't work any other way. Just saying.
Hey, bro. We'll see.
And get my new ebook.
I hope you're right.
And get my new ebook. And I take my new course.
I just lost it. I literally keep freezing.
No, you're actually more clear than you were before right now. You look good. You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
It's like yours is just breaking. Actually, it's probably the AI trying to keep us from communicating.
All right. Well, on that note, might as well. Maybe it's telling us it's time to end. That's what's going on here. All right.
Possibly.
So, and you're going to be gone next Friday, right?
I will be gone next Friday.
All right.
But you never know.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, you're going to be up in Alpharetta, right? Or Roswell, whatever.
Well, we'll talk.
All right. We'll see you